Yeah, I think we should. There must be
finalists today, Cumbernauld Colts and Edinburgh Thistle.
Indodrill Stadium. Today's ScottishPower Regional Cup and Cumbernauld Colts set up for a great game here between these two sides. They look like last runs to get here for the final today here in Alloa. I'm all that they're expecting after a great result at Cumbernauld United yesterday. Cumbernauld Colts will be looking to similar result in today's final and start off against Thistle. Both teams enjoying great runs to get here, knocking out champions respectively. I'd like to be joined in commentary by Kim as well. Kim, looking forward to today's game?
Yeah, really excited here. Two, like you said, really stern teams who have fought off some really strong opposition on their way to this final. So yeah, I think it'll be a great game.
Yeah, you got many predictions for this one coming into it then. Two sides that have had good seasons in the league as well, not competing at the top end of their tables completely, but they're both solid sides of course, and really great spectacle for them to be here in the final today.
Yeah, absolutely. Looking back at Cumbernaud's results throughout their campaign, is they've not conceded many goals and they've come away with maybe cagey results, beating northern teams Elgin and Ross County 1-0 respectively, and Edinburgh Uni Thistle not shy in front of goal, coming away with some big results, beating Cambusdoon 7-0 on the way here, and Bishopton 8-7 as well. So they're not afraid in front of goal, and Cumbernauld managed to keep the goals at bay. So I think it'll be a really interesting tie.
Yeah, looking forward to seeing how this one will play out. It'll be Cumbernauld shooting from right to left in this first half in their yellow and blue kits. Edinburgh Uni shooting from left to right. And the action gets underway here at the Indodrill Stadium. And Cumbernauld Colts in possession at the back. Kim, do you expect a few nerves in the opening exchange, perhaps a cup final like this, big occasion for all the players?
Absolutely. I know that neither team will have been in a cup final recently. Cumbernauld, maybe their last cup final. I actually played in that cup final many years ago with them, in probably the same competition. So we did win that cup. So they have got history in winning. I don't think maybe one of these players was in that squad. Number 8 here on the wing may have been in that squad. So I've played with her in past, and she's a real threat for Cumbernauld. So.
We'll have a throw on the right hand side here. And we'll do well to win that ball back immediately. Miller can pass the ball backwards now, and Edinburgh getting a few early touches of possession here. Looks like it could be a break of the ball here, but just about runs straight through, and it'll be first corner of this game for Edinburgh Uni Thistle. Chance to put some pressure on Rachel Miller going across to take this corner herself. So how important are these early exchanges in this one, Kim, as you say?
Yeah, you really want to leave your mark on a game early doors, and if Edinburgh can make this corner count, they'll be delighted. Cumbernauld just got to keep the nerves at bay and deal with the early attacks. They've dealt well there with it.
Yeah, swung into a dangerous area, well met by Cumbernauld in the middle, and making that ball clear. That's a nice sunny look out on the pitch here today, but it's not actually the warmest of days up here, is it? So
no, it's quite nice conditions though. You don't want it to be too hot, and I know it'll be a bit different down on the Astro. It might heat up a little bit down there, but no wind and sun. You couldn't really ask for a nicer day.
Cumbernauld send the ball up to the halfway line, and Edinburgh are able to win back possession. We'll have a throw here as they look to keep up a bit of this early pressure in this game. Cumbernauld have certainly got the miles in their run to this cup final, heading up to beat Elgin and Ross County, a pair of fantastic results up in the North League, so certainly racking up the air miles of that one.
Definitely, and those are two strong teams as well, so to go on the long bus journey, and that would have just been in the morning, there wouldn't have been a night over in advance, so to go up and then, like I said, get good 1-0 results over both of them is a real testament to the girls' ability to travel well and to hold strong in defence, and to come away with the ultimate goal, winning it. So
yeah, of course, playing in the regional divisions here, I suppose maybe making a journey of that length is a bit of a
different sort of proposition to have come up, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely. I think for Cumbernauld as well, they'll play in the central leagues that your distances travelled won't be that much, whereas if you're a northern team, then you often do have that Ross County or that Elgin away, you'll be more used to it. So yeah, something new for them, a new challenge for them throughout the campaign, which they've obviously dealt well with.
And doing it with a pair of 1-0 victories as well is maybe not the most stylish way to do it, but certainly shows good traits that you'd probably love as a manager, I'm sure. Yeah,
definitely, and ultimately it's all about the win. It's about the result, and whether you win 1-0 or 8-0, it's the same result at the end of the day. So I'm sure they took a lot of learnings from those matches and showed that they've got defensive capabilities. They'll have been backs up against the wall at times in those matches, especially near the end. So yeah, coming away with 2 huge wins is the most important part, and that's what got them to the final.
Definitely, but it's been Edinburgh Uni Thistle having a bit more to possession early on in this one. And to get on the attack here down the right hand side. It's a fantastic run here. They are able to break into the box. Low ball comes across. Can't quite find the target in the middle, and Cumbernauld Colts will survive that one there, but fantastic run down the right flank there. Once again, Bella Pagini will try and get away there, and just has a heels clip there, so this will be a chance for a free kick. Bella Pagini showing a real good turn of pace there, though.
She's been a real threat so far, taking on her defender, showing confidence, showing pace, and just looking to get that end product right. So Edinburgh will be looking to try and capitalise here from another early set piece.
Did want to make sure I got my pronunciation correct there with that Pagini, sorry. I believe that'll be it.
I trust you to take the lead there.
Miller will send this free kick into the box now. Cumbernauld do well to get ahead to it once again, though. And that gives them a chance to get some territory up the park again. Richardson have to be assured there of that little Cruyff turn at the halfway line, but it is well played.
Really nice play from Edinburgh, not scared to play in tight parts of the pitch there. But yeah, just dealt really well with it. And then Cumbernauld immediately under pressure, conceding a maybe unnecessary corner.
Yeah, Rowan Gallagher turning that one away there, not taking any risks. I'm not sure if she was able to pick that one up or just didn't want to risk it too much, perhaps. But it does seem like a bit of a nervy start to this game for Cumbernauld. Another corner comes in. It's flicked on. Can't quite find a target at the back post, though. Hacked away clear, Cumbernauld potentially a chance to break away here. And it's some good hold-up play. Lucy Foy was trying to take on another one there, but Edinburgh Uni have done really well to win the ball back and try and advance up the left-hand side. That ball's not going to quite run out, so that pass comes and it's scrambled away clear. Cumbernauld a little bit jittery on the ball so far in this one, and that was a firm challenge there, perhaps a bit harsh that one there.
I looked kind of shoulder to shoulder from up here, but maybe the referee will have had a much better view of it. But Edinburgh not scared to try and stamp their mark in the game with a bit of physicality, so Cumbernauld will have to deal with that.
That's a good ball up here down the left flank now. Cumbernauld Colts looking to quickly get on the attack themselves, and a strong recovery challenge in there from Edinburgh Uni Thistle right back. Sees that one go out for a throw, but I feel like Cumbernauld kind of needing a bit of territory in this one. Yeah,
that was well dealt with there. Erin Wilson, number 8 for Colts. She's a really strong player with pace, so that was really well dealt with from the Edinburgh fullback. But yeah, Cumbernauld will be looking to try and get something here, like you say, once they've stolen a bit of territory. So if they can get something in the box here or threaten, mopped up efficiently by Edinburgh.
Well, that back pass is a little bit short there, a bit more nervy at the back again, but Cumbernauld Colts just inviting a bit of danger on themselves here, unnecessarily in opening exchanges. Yeah, unnecessary. I think she maybe hadn't realised how much pressure she was under with someone charging in on her, so a little more firm pass might have done the trick there, but quite enough weight on that pass either, and it's well intercepted here. Cumbernauld Colts seeing a bit of open space to run into once again, and cross is delivered into the box. Doesn't quite find the target, but Cumbernauld showing a bit of threat on the counter-attack on a couple of occasions here in the wide areas. Yeah, broken away with pace, and that's the first bit of
of action the Edinburgh goalies had to deal with, but nothing too much for her, I think, there. But yeah, Cumbernauld showing a bit of something there. Edinburgh making away quickly though down the left.
Fantastic run into the box here and sent across the face of goal. Rebound does drop out. Can Edinburgh get a shot off? It's blocked at close range there. Miraculous block in there just to stop that attack, but Edinburgh Uni will keep the pressure on. Last big opportunity of this game coming for Edinburgh. And well dealt with by the defence of Cumbernauld, who certainly got bodies back in to block that one off impressively. Once again, the attack's going to continue here. Edinburgh Uni down the left-hand side. Left foot to strike comes. Can't quite keep that one on target, but another impressive attack here, and Edinburgh Uni Thistle starting to knock on the door in this one.
Yeah, that was a real chance there. A really nice pass into the left side of the box for them to get the shot away off target. Didn't really threaten the goalie in the end, but yeah, Cumbernauld just need to deal with these moments of attack from Edinburgh a little bit better. Tighten up at the back, not let those through passes, but Edinburgh are showing a bit of determination here.
Most definitely are. Daisy Bradshaw having that opportunity there. Left back getting up in support of her teammates on the overlap. Certainly not being afraid to get the bodies up and attack when they can so far in this one, Edinburgh. But this does make me think about yesterday's cup final. We do look at the scoreline in that one. Cumbernauld United winning convincingly in the end, but the opening 20 minutes of that one was quite an even affair as well, and the first goal sort of made all the difference in that one. And then
yeah, absolutely. Cumbernauld United have got some really strong attacking players as well. Players who have scoring goals for fun throughout the league campaign. I know that a few of them as well. Back in my playing days, I played alongside of them, and they were frightening in front of goal. So when they got that first goal and kind of broke the deadlock and eased into the game a bit, I wasn't surprised when they went and got a few more. That confidence was just flowing through them. So a really big result for a new team as well, a new team into the league. So they'll be absolutely buzzing with that. And I know they will have celebrated well. I've had a few nights out with those girls, and they know how to have a good party. So.
I was thinking, the celebrations on the pitch afterwards looked like they were setting themselves up for a good Saturday night. I'll have to follow that one, And why not, What a result it was,
Saturday night as well.
Yeah, I'm not sure. 12 o'clock kickoff on a Sunday is quite as an enjoyable one for the winning team here today. As you say, Cumbernauld Colts a bit of history themselves in this competition. Yourself involved with that then?
Yeah, I'm not even sure what year it would have been now, maybe 2015 or 16. We played Celtic's development team in the final out at Ainsley Park, and we won 1-0. But it was definitely a shock result, as the previous weekend we'd been absolutely turned over, maybe 4 or 5-0 by the same team. So it was a good shock result, and some of those girls are now playing at Cumbernauld United. So a few of those girls have got good experience in cup competitions, and they would have shown that yesterday. But this team of Cumbernauld Colts, they'll have maybe a lot less experience in cup finals, maybe at youth level, I'm not sure. And Erin Wilson, I can't remember, she would have been young back in 2016 if she was in that final, but she's a really experienced player, and she'll know how to help get these girls through in tough occasions in this match. So she'll use some leadership and make a big difference, I'm sure of it.
It's still sounding like she's got a good turn of pace early on by early signs. Yeah,
absolutely. Just really good on the ball, really composed. So if anyone was nervous in this game, it won't have been her, and if she was, she'll be using it to her advantage anyway.
Seems like Cumbernauld Colts maybe have just settled down a little bit after a strong start from Edinburgh Uni Thistle. All credit to them. They're already at it from the first minute here, and they are in possession once again.
Absolutely. Colts ridden a wee bit of a storm out, but they'll be happy to kind of get through the first maybe 15 minutes or so and come unscathed.
They've got some defending to do here as Edinburgh Uni Thistle look to turn into a quick attack here. A strike can come, and it's into the bottom left corner. And we mentioned it's been a strong start for Edinburgh Uni, and they've got their reward with a fine goal. Fantastic finish into the bottom left corner, and probably a goal worthy of the pressure on so far.
Absolutely. I spoke far too soon, just said they'll be happy to come unscathed, but to get a goal Bella Pagini it was, who we've said has been threatening down that right side, showing pace, taking on the defenders. So yeah, they've been working hard and looking threatening, and it's certainly paid off with a worthy goal, like you say.
Yeah, Bella Pagini's been a bright spark so far in this one, and it felt like she had quite a while to consider her options when she was in on goal there, and certainly chose the right one.
Yeah, it was
keeping no chance there.
Really nice finish just into the bottom left, hit with venom, but Colts straight away.
It's a fantastic ball. Cumbernauld Colts find themselves in on goal here. There's Erin Wilson again there, almost trying to find a way through on goal, and strong recovery challenge in the end, but shows you how quickly an opportunity can open itself up.
Absolutely, Colts aren't going to go down easily in this match. Okay, we've conceded a bit early, but there's plenty of time left in this match for them to create something special. And
they do have an opportunity here, but the pass just about runs away. Cumbernauld showing some good signs of intent after falling behind in this one.
Yeah, often you do see that with teams, they concede a goal and then it kind of wakes them up, shakes them back into the match, and Cumbernauld will hope, and the coaching staff will be hoping that from the players out there, that actually that was a bit of a wake-up call and they know what they're capable of, and hopefully they'll be thinking just one chance can get us right back into this game. And Edinburgh may well become a little bit complacent getting that goal, who knows, so they just need to keep at it, and like we said there's still plenty of time left in this match for them to get the opportunity.
Yeah, plenty of time, as you say, maybe just a little bit of a shake there. Early Sunday coffee perhaps that needed the Cumbernauld players here. I thought that was going to be a free kick there, but Edinburgh will keep the pressure on here. In attack, and a strike comes edge of the box. That one doesn't quite find the corner, but another good opportunity. And just going to have a quick break here. I thought that might have been a free kick there.
Yeah, it looked like a sore one to me as well, and it was maybe more of a coming together than a foul out, I'm not sure, but I don't think there would have been many complaints had the foul been given, and I'm sure if Edinburgh had gone on to score there would have been plenty of complaints from the Cumbernauld side. So
it did seem like one of them. It's quite difficult. Maybe the referee was thinking, which way do I give that one? Because the two of them sort of just came together, 50-50 challenge there at the edge of the box. It was Rachel Miller, I believe, that had the strike to follow that one up.
Player's back on her feet though, shakes it off.
That's what you want to see. Fine. Cumbernauld will play out from the back here. Although they've played themselves into danger here once again. Edinburgh at the edge of the box here once again, looking dangerous as Borghese down the left, but the flag does go up for offside. Look like a tight call down there. As we mentioned, Edinburgh Uni certainly had a fantastic run to the final as well. That 7-8 win against Bishopton, I was saying before, certainly would take one of those results today.
And that's a ridiculous result. When I was looking back at the campaigns throughout this competition and I saw that one, that is a silly scoreline.
You ever been involved in a 7-8 before? Or?
Maybe in futsal, but certainly not in football. But I mean, Bishopton have won their respective leagues, so to turn over a league champion like that is a huge achievement in itself. But Bishopton are a strong team, so I'm honestly not surprised that Bishopton had goals in them. But 7-8 is crazy. I would have loved to have been at that game. That is a ridiculous result. So here we go.
Cumbernauld Colts do win the ball back now, bearing down on goal. Big opportunity here for the level up. Keeper comes out, makes a save. Rebound comes. Calls for a handball.
Looked like a handball to me, but
the referee waves it away. That was a huge opportunity there.
That was big. There wasn't really any shouts for handball from the attacker, just from maybe one Cumbernauld player. So she wasn't.
Certainly the dugout down in front of us are making their appeals heard to the linesman there, who's probably as far away as anyone down on the pitch to see it. But Cumbernauld Colts have taken the corner quickly here, though. Bearing into the box now, blocked off.
Linesman happy to explain there to the Cumbernauld coaches that if the ball hit her arm up near her armpit, then that's not a handball.
Is that the cut of the t-shirt line? Is it?
Yeah. So if that's what he's saying, then I'm happy to take that on. So
outswinging ball runs all the way through. Cumbernauld Colts trying to get an effort off there, not able to do so. But they will keep the pressure on here. It's Lucy Foy who had that opportunity in on goal. Edinburgh Uni do well to hassle that ball back now, and they'll potentially look to break away down the right hand side. That pass is going to be intercepted. With the ball finds its way back to Gwen Redmond, who's done well to hold up the ball there, the number 9.
Oh, it's a nice counter-attack.
And she can find Bella Pagini down this right-hand side. First goal scorer. Tries to knock it around, but she'll keep the pressure on. In a bit of a difficult corner here is Pagini, and does really well to win the corner. That's Pagini tried something a bit fancy there, didn't work off, and then the hard work was actually what got her back into that one in the end.
Cumbernauld did well to get back in numbers there. Edinburgh kind of broke away quite quickly, but yeah, it was good team working in defence back from Cumbernauld, and yeah, Erin Wilson just showing a bit of leadership there and just dealing with it. And while they've conceded the corner,
that one is sent in, and it's going to drop down in the middle. Can Edinburgh Uni get a strike off? It's a smash in the middle.
It absolutely is. Just get rid of it.
And it's still in there. Edinburgh Uni looking to keep that pressure on Cumbernauld. Just about scramble it clear. I had no clue what to say there. That was a difficult one to commentate on, I have to say. But Cumbernauld Colts surviving that one in the end.
You could hardly see where the ball was with all the legs down there. But yeah, they've actually got a free kick there. So yeah, dealt with it well, got the free kick, and now they can build from the back.
And I don't think we've really mentioned there, in all this action in the last 5 minutes, it was a fantastic save as well by Lara Sparrow. Deserves some credit as well for that. We got a bit distracted by the handball afterwards, I believe, so full credit to her for a big save.
Yeah, absolutely, coming out, being brave and shutting down the attacker. So she's not had that much to do the first 20 minutes, but...
Well, that's a great strike by Pagini. Keeper spills out, and it's in. And it's Bella Pagini once again with a fantastic strike there, which caught the goalkeeper off guard.
Powerful for the goalie there. It's easy to commentate on things and say the goalie's at fault when things like this, but I know that being the goalie is the hardest job on the pitch. So
most definitely is, yep.
And you're the last line of defence. There's 10 people in front of you that have got to help you out too. So well, it was a hard and firm strike from Bella Pagini there. Yeah, I'm sure the goalie will be disappointed, but I don't think she can blame herself too much when it's a firm strike like that.
No, you could see from the reaction from Gallagher she was disappointed not to keep that one out, but end of the day, credit to Bella Pagini, because if you don't buy a ticket, then you've got no chance of scoring. So.
Absolutely.
And another great striking pitch. She's really been the danger player in this match so far, hasn't she? Cumbernauld Colts now will know how important the next goal in this game could be, and looking for a response here. They've got to keep their heads up as there's a long way left to go in this cup final.
That's it. Only 20 minutes played so far, so there's still plenty of time, and football changes quickly in games, and you know, if they get one goal back in it, then who knows, 2 minutes later they could get another, so they can't write themselves off.
Cumbernauld Colts are coming up the park here, and there's a push in the back there from Rachel Miller, which will give Cumbernauld Colts an opportunity to get the ball up long here if they want to. That one's going to be taken quickly by Cumbernauld out to the right flank. That's really good pressure there to win the ball back.
I was just thinking Edinburgh need to be using this player down that wing. She's got some pace on her.
Yeah.
Burnt up a defender earlier on, and if they can get her on the ball challenging Cumbernaud's left back, I think they'll have a real threat.
Abigail Varghese once again in possession, and she's shown some great dribbling ability, and she's got the overlapping option here. Well, Bradshaw can't quite get delivery in this time, but yeah, I think you're spot on. We've seen Abigail Varghese really get her legs moving on a few occasions now, and not afraid to get the ball and drive whenever she's had the opportunity.
No, and that's an exciting player when you're confident enough to take on the defender and back yourself. Then that's when something magical can happen as well.
Just what you want as well as a player. It's what I do when I play five-a-side football. Pass it to the person that's quick and can dribble. That's always helpful.
Yeah, that was how I kind of got by in my football career as well. I had a lot of good teammates back when I was playing, and I would just usually pass it to them and let them deal with it.
The wise thing to do. As Edinburgh Uni look to get an attack again, and Cumbernauld happy just to clear the lines. Heather McGill just putting that one into touch. It's Miller in possession. Plays a quick give and go. Tries to pop the ball into the box, but Cumbernauld are able to get that one away and clear. So if you're part of this Cumbernauld squad, what's your message going in from the dugout, do you think, at this moment in time?
I think let's just keep ourselves in the game here. We are under a bit of pressure, but we know we've got threats up front. We know we've got threats and pace in behind, and I think that's where Edinburgh have really kind of gotten a little bit complacent, is that ball over the top, and I'd be just trying a few of them and looking to get our strikers in, because that's where our threats have come from. So, but belief in that we can score goals, belief that we can beat teams that are good as well.
Yep.
And this is a cup final, like a one-off game of football that anything can happen in. So it's just about keeping that self-belief in a match like this.
Some more defending here to do, but good recovery challenge in there from Aaron Meakin. Certainly is important for Cumbernauld to keep their heads up here. Did have a big opportunity, of course, when it was still 1-0, which would have made this cup tie all level. As things would go, Edinburgh Uni would get that second goal, which can maybe give them a bit more of a cushion. But they'll be well aware that the next goal in this game is crucial, really. Possession back in down the left flank here. Some strong hold-up play once again. The ball's popped into the middle and Cumbernauld are able to scramble it away. Once again, it's popped in behind, and Belbagini was trying to catch onto that one, but out of play, out run for a Cumbernauld goal kick.
Yeah, Colts got to keep remembering that they're in a final for a reason here. You know,
Definitely.
they've beaten some really strong teams to get here, and they're worthy finalists, and they can't let themselves slip out of this match. There's still, you know, we're still in the first half, so there's lots of football still to be played, and like we've said, it's that self-belief and knowing that they're here for a reason, and
Most definitely.
yeah, don't let the opportunity slip away.
Well, we've mentioned a few times these two teams knocking out 3 champions or teams leading their regions en route to the final, so certainly here on merit, both on their opportunity to be here.
Absolutely, and the teams that have gone top of their groups, top of their respective leagues, they're entering into a playoff to get up into League One. I don't think any of those teams, once they go up, will be any fools in League One. I think they'll compete, and they'll be showing exactly why they've won those playoffs when they come to them. But so to have beaten those teams in the first place is a big achievement. But yeah, to take these final places away from teams that maybe would have expected to get here. So it's exciting to see 2 teams lower down in their leagues contest this final. And yeah, we maybe wouldn't have predicted these finalists at the start of the season. So
They've certainly done it the difficult way, and
yes,
so far Edinburgh Uni Thistle were well worthy this 2-goal lead, and Gazer will look to go again, and fantastic turn of pace down the left-hand side. Defender can't stop her, and tumbles in the box, and it's going to be a penalty. Clumsy challenge in there, and the dangerous Gazer has certainly been making life difficult, I should say, sorry, for the Cumbernauld right back there, and ultimately just bundling away into the box there, and not a huge amount in that one, but
no, but I felt it probably was a penalty. I think the pace, her running at you, you're running backwards, it's frightening, and it's difficult to deal with. I think the break of the ball went Abigail Varghese way, but kind of got a bit of luck when it got in front of her, but then I think she did get clipped. From where we're standing, it looked like that. So yeah, Edinburgh will be looking to dispatch this and take a comfortable 3-0 lead. Yeah,
this is a big moment in this cup final here. Riedeman's going to be stepping up to take this one. It'll be a right-footed penalty. No mistakes. And Edinburgh Uni Thistle have given themselves a commanding 3-goal lead in the first half of this cup final, and are well on their way. In impressive fashion, you have to say as well.
Yeah, goalie's gone the right way, but just hit with enough confidence and enough power to bury that. Cumbernauld have got a big mountain to climb here now. Girls are getting in together, sharing a message of encouragement, I'm sure, and coach is putting some words into Erin's ear. So yeah, they'll be looking to try and get themselves together and remain united, and hopefully for them they can get a goal back quickly here and try and get a foothold back in this game.
Yeah, a long way to go in this game, but that was really impressive bit of play, and all started as well from fantastic bit of composure from Imogen Sinclair in the middle of the park, central defender winning the ball back, turning and then releasing the winger down the side, and it all comes from that.
Just before the the penalty was given there, I was going to comment exactly the same. She's been really composed and kind of mopped up any danger, just been physical and winning the ball back confidently. That she's doing a real good job for her teammates, and I know that they'll recognise that throughout the match, knowing that they've got the confidence her to, if one of them makes a slip up and it breaks through with her, she'll be there to try and clear up the danger.
Well, certainly no cup final jitters in these early exchanges there. Forcing Claire and her Edinburgh Uni team. They do have some defending here to do though. I really feel like Cumbernauld Colts know how important a goal could be here, just to give themselves something to cling on to when it comes to half time.
Absolutely. This looks a little bit too far out to be shooting, but
I was about to say
who
the
am I
same,
to comment on that?
I'm not sure if this will be possibly a shot. No, it's going to be sent in towards the goal, and another comfortable save there for Lara Sparrow, but
yeah, maybe was just a bit too far out, but I think that's something that I know I always say this with friends, that taking shots from distance, you've got to absolutely go for it. Like, you never know, goalie might make a mistake, goalie might misjudge it and might take a deflection, who knows. So yeah, take it on.
Certainly worth an effort, isn't it? Because you never know what could happen. And
absolutely.
I feel like if you're a goalkeeper, you're not really wanting a shot to come your way ideally. So not quite enough power on that one though from that distance.
Yep.
It was always going to be difficult, really, wasn't it, to generate the power required and on target. And we'll see a first change here. Edinburgh Uni. Neve Page coming on. Looks like a straight swap at right back. Don't know if that's an enforced change, perhaps, as you wouldn't expect them to change at this moment in time. Or
I'm not sure, but it should be noted though that it's rolling substitutes in the SWFL. So if they're looking for just a bit of freshness, a bit of electricity, or if somebody's got a wee knock, then you can absolutely use that to your advantage and make early changes so people can remain fresh.
Well, I'll tell you, it certainly had my head scrambled yesterday trying to keep up with all the names towards the end of the game. That
absolutely.
I think every single player on both benches was getting on, and I couldn't keep up with that too much. But certainly a tool that can be used. And as we say, Edinburgh Uni Thistle leading by 3-0. Possibly just getting some fresh legs on. Try and keep up that positive momentum that they've had so far in this game. Cumbernauld Colts pop the ball over the top of the defence here and have a foot race as the ball runs into the box. Commanding goalkeeping though to get onto that one. There's Lucy Foy once again, who's been making a few runs in the channels and obviously had that one big opportunity so far in this game, and Rini up playing around at the back here, which gives a chance for the Colts to have a strike, which almost finds the bottom left corner. Certainly had Lara Sparrow scrambling in goal trying to get across to that one, and she would have been relieved to see it run just wide of the goal, but Edinburgh Uni Thistle playing themselves into a bit of danger at the back there, and Cumbernauld almost taking that opportunity through Shannon Morgan there.
Putting themselves under unnecessary pressure there, maybe getting a bit complacent with the scoreline being what it is, but Cumbernauld showing they're not out of this game yet, being aggressive in the press here, so they'll be hoping for another wee mistake at the back from Edinburgh where they can capitalise.
As I mentioned, Edinburgh Uni being involved in a 7-8 already in this competition, so maybe if you're Cumbernauld, you think there could be a few goals to come back in return if they do take their opportunities. And they've had a couple of them in this game.
Yeah, absolutely. Like you said, they've conceded goals, so Cumbernauld need to have confidence and that they can be here to ship them. But
that's another moment at the back there, is
unorthodox defending, but it worked.
Yep, I think there was a few nervous
heart
noises in the stand here. Ooh, not sure where that one was going there, but luckily for Cumbernauld Colts, it did not end up in the back of the net.
Exactly.
Main thing it is dealt with though, certainly. This will be a chance for Thistle to get a in-swinging corner in from the left-hand side as they search for a fourth goal here in this first half. It's sent into a really dangerous area, and it does manage to bounce down, and it's kept alive at the back post. Strike's going to come from distance here from the substitute Neve Page. Couldn't quite keep that one down, but it did set up nicely for her there, didn't it?
Yeah, why not? If it's coming out to you like that, you want to take it on.
That one was asking to be here, wasn't it? So Cumbernauld Colts will play her from the back once again. And Meakin is getting some high pressure here though, and she's going to have to be careful in possession here. Cumbernauld do well to play it out there, and Aaron Wilson will pick it up, dropping a bit deeper to pick up the ball here on the left hand side, and it's good play to get around the press here from Cumbernauld. Drive up into midfield. They do win the ball back here. Ball doesn't quite drop for Foy, and Edinburgh do win it back. Sparrow will consider her options. Send it away up clear. It was an awkward ball in the middle of the park there, and it is pulled in by Cumbernauld. We're playing some good territory here. Foy pops it off to Wilson on the left hand side. He wants to knock it around opposition defender and does well to win a throw.
Yeah, Cumbernauld just trying to apply a bit of pressure here to Edinburgh and make them deal with the problems and try and see if they can just get something out of one of these attacks.
Looking dangerous here is Wilson, who bundles in, and possibly another close free kick there. It did look like the defender got a fair bit of the ball, but perhaps
yeah,
catching
I guess
the player as well.
It's a tough one when the player goes down as well.
Yeah.
It's a physical tackle. I think that the referee could have played on and there wouldn't have been many complaints, but I guess if that's you want the free kick there, and
yeah.
I think if that had been the other way around, Edinburgh wouldn't have complained. So
I think the referee's been quite consistent with most of those sort of decisions as well throughout this match, so it wasn't too much of a surprise to see the free kick awarded here, and it's going to be a chance for Shannon Morgan. This one's not quite as far out as the last attempt, so it'll be interesting to see if this will be a striking goal once again. The box is loaded. The way Shannon Morgan's walking up to this one, it looks like she might be having a strike just outside the box. And it's going to be a right-footed free kick. And it's hit with power, but not much accuracy.
a little bit of a wild shot there. Can't tell if that was a cross or a shot, but Cumbernauld definitely will have been hoping to do something a bit more threatening there.
Perhaps just sums this first half up a little bit. Frustration, really, isn't it, for Cumbernauld?
Absolutely, but we can see here, even the way Cumbernauld are setting up, they are looking to press aggressively. So, like we said earlier, try and invite a bit of pressure and invite a mistake on.
And that's exactly what they've done there, winning the ball back, and another foot race on there, and it was a firm challenge in there. Lucy Foy on the keeper. Lucky looks like they're both okay. That was a full-blooded challenge.
That looked like a sore one, but.
Brave goalkeeping there from Sparrow, who's dealt with everything that's came our way pretty comfortably throughout this game, and quickly Edinburgh Uni could be on goal once again. Down the left hand side here, defender comes across and is happy just to nick that one away for another corner kick to come here. Gwen Reedman, scorer of that penalty, and she's been holding the ball up well, as impressively, to get her teammates into support at times throughout this game as well, and she's done really well to win this corner kick, which is going to be swung in from the left hand side.
That's a good ball in.
It is into a dangerous area, that near post,
there.
and it does drop down in the box here. Really not able to get a shot off, but they will keep the pressure on in the box here. Tumble down, Miller's in possession here on the right hand side. Will look to knock it around our opposition player, and I'm not quite sure how Edinburgh Uni didn't get a shot off in the middle of all of that action.
I know, I thought maybe, I'm not sure who it fell to, but I thought there might be a first time attempt, but maybe it just didn't fall kindly to our preferred foot. So yeah, Cumbernauld come away unscathed there, but
and then by that time it sort of felt like the opportunity had sort of
passed them by.
Yeah, desperate to get it back sort of in that moment there.
A lot of these Edinburgh players will have a huge amount of experience playing together as well, with playing university football on Wednesdays as well. So they're playing twice a week together potentially. So they'll know each other, they'll know their playing styles, they'll know their strengths. So coming into a game like this, they might have already had a lot of experience in cup finals or cup matches out with this competition. Included in that, they'll have been playing with some very experienced players. I know at Edinburgh Uni they've been playing with Premier League players. Tegan Browning at Spartans, just one of them to name a few. So they'll be really pleased, and learning from great players as well. So taking that experience into this match is something that they're showing just now. Yeah,
certainly turned up for this cup final here. Really impressive performance so far from Edinburgh Uni. We'll be seeing Stirling Uni, of course, in action later today as well. And the second of the cup finals to come this afternoon here in Alloa.
Yeah, another team that I've played for,
Oh,
Stirling Uni. Went to Stirling Uni myself, so.
As did I, as we learned
this.
Excellent,
excellent. So yeah, I played with them for most of my playing career, and then once I graduated, went to Edinburgh Uni and played with them too. So quite a few of the teams here today I've played with. So.
Got all the insights, and yeah. Well, certainly seen a lot of quality from the uni side here, and a really good testament for the work being done by university sides.
Absolutely.
All over, yeah.
Absolutely, and Edinburgh's a massive club at the university. You know, when I was there was maybe 150 odd girls playing across maybe 5 teams on Wednesdays, and then to have now a Sunday team is a testament to the hard work that the volunteers put in, and the dedication to football that the players are putting in as well. At the end of the day, that's what everybody wants, just to be playing football, and I know at Stirling it's much the same. And well, maybe Stirling's Sunday team have had a bit of a fall down the pyramid, having gone from Premier League 1 to they had some amazing players back in the day. So, but now the most important things, they're getting good results, and the players are enjoying their football.
Definitely, yeah. A testament to those programs and the hard work at Edinburgh Uni. Perhaps a bit more known for their rugby as well, but certainly shows today that go for it, because they've been really impressive so far in this game.
Absolutely. And it can't be understated the importance of these competitions for teams throughout the pyramid. These are your World Cup finals. So this match is what you play your whole season for. These opportunities to come away with silverware, and I'm sure there'll be great scenes tonight for all these players, and after the match, whoever comes away victorious. And you'll remember days like this throughout your whole playing career, and when you get older as well, you'll still remember it. And these competitions shouldn't be looked down at, because they're massively important for all the players. I know back when I was playing, days like this was exactly what you played football for. And I still remember cup finals that other people might not look at as having as much importance, but I still look back at them as being the best days of my playing career. So I'm sure everyone, whether you win or lose today, you'll be remembering the opportunity and the campaign fondly.
Yeah. Both managers did say in the programme notes how important this game was to both clubs, and really impressive runs as well, obviously, to get here in the first place, but what a way to end the season this could be with a piece of silverware.
Absolutely, and like I said, for me, competitions I've won, I've still got all my medals still, and look back at all the photos and the memories I made with friends really fondly, and I know if they've already played in cup competitions at uni, for example, or league matches that you've won for both sides, just really great memories. And when you're playing football that you're enjoying, that makes the world a difference.
As you say, it could be a night to enjoy after this as well for the winning team. For students, it's usually more of a Wednesday, isn't it? But
yes, but I'm sure they'll make an excuse for a Sunday if the scoreline remains the same. But like we said, we're coming up to almost half time, 40 minutes played or so. So
that's another really dangerous chance in there, and it's an own goal in the middle there. Really unfortunate for the defending. It was some strong play by Albakini up the right-hand side again, whose cross was unfortunately turned in, and that fourth goal feels like a real relief, you feel, there for Edinburgh Uni. You see the celebrations down in the dugout in front of us there.
I know 4 is a big ask in the second half for Cumbernauld. We're just a few minutes away from half-time here, but I mean, if a team can score 4 in one half, a team can score 4 in the second half, and Cumbernauld will be hoping that it's them, and you never know what the words could get exchanged in the changing room, can really lift a team, and I would hate to write anybody off while there's still so much time left. I'm a real believer in, that anything can happen in football. 3 goals can be scored in 3 minutes, so you never know. But having said that, it is going to be a massive task for Cumbernauld to get something back into this game.
Well, you feel like that third and fourth goal is really what sort of can separate the teams, and different team talks at half-time most certainly, but it's easy to forget as well how close Cumbernauld came to levelling things up when it was 1-0, so they've got to keep that in mind as well.
Absolutely, and I think it's been just a bit of relentless pressure from Edinburgh. They looked a little bit complacent at one point, but then they've really turned that complacency into being more strict in the game and being a bit composed. And just a few moments before that goal went in, we saw players in the back line saying, let's just calm it down, and then they get the goal. So if Edinburgh want to just see this game out, I think they can just play slow it down, keep the ball, just handle any pressure that's coming their way, and they'll come away with the victory. But Cumbernauld Colts have just got to keep applying pressure and not to give up here.
And have a free kick to come here. We just played short. Bit of a light pass there, but Cumbernauld are able to keep a hold of possession on the right flank, and attempted cross is blocked off. And the second phase attack can keep coming in on the right hand side, and Cumbernauld can get themselves a corner and an opportunity to load up the box here.
This is exactly what they need. Not to say that it'll be a different game if they get a goal here, but you never know. If they can get a goal before half time, then
just pick up the shoulders a little bit, isn't it? Yeah.
Absolutely. It might just give them a bit of momentum.
And it'll be an out swinging ball to come from the right hand side, and sent in, and it drops down in the middle, trying to get a strike off here, and it's caught well by Wilson. I fancied that one most certainly when it dropped into her, but a comfortable save in the end. You feel that one just had to be either side of the goalkeeper to really be threatening there.
It was a good effort. It did fall for her nicely there, and she's absolutely got that in her locker.
I could see the technique was right there, just not quite the accuracy needed though.
That's it.
Calls from both teams there for that throw. It goes the way of Edinburgh. Uni Thistle here, and once again on the attack here. And Reedman trying to find a teammate, and they've done well to keep the pressure up here. Uni once again finds Neve Page down the right hand side, and here's one back there. Colts will pop it in the channel, and the unenviable task there for Lucy Foy has been the one runner trying to put some pressure on, but Edinburgh Uni doing really well once again to get around any pressing play and combine 50 passes there.
Yeah, credit to Foy. She's doing, honestly, a thankless task. That amount of running is something that often goes unnoticed, but she's been putting pressure on. She's been making it difficult for Edinburgh, and even though, while they've not got the goal, she's still been making them work. Oh, the pace again.
We're going to see once again a breakaway here for Edinburgh Uni. Defenders do not know what to do. Abigail Varghese runs into the box here. Left-footed ball comes across, and she's done really well to win a corner kick, but you feel a bit of electricity every time she's getting on the ball then.
I know when I played at right back at the end of my career, when a player was running at you like that, often you would be totally bamboozled, not sure what to do. So I think the corner there is absolutely not the worst thing. Cumbernauld have dealt well with corners so far, so hopefully I've not jinxed it there.
I was going to say there, curse of the commentator, as the in-swinging ball comes into the near post, and it's a Cumbernauld player that does well to actually reach that one at the near post and deal with that one. Important job, of course, defending the near post, the corners there, so maybe not going in the direction she would have wanted it to, but
yeah, sometimes it's that, just deal with it. Cumbernauld will be wanting to get into half-time without conceding another if they want to kind of preserve anything in this game. So
once again defending that corner kick well, but the pressure will keep coming as it's sent into the middle, and it drops down, runs all the way through, and once again a little bit nervy in the middle there, but Colts are able to deal with it.
Definitely does kind of feel like a bit heart and mouth moment when it goes into the box, but yeah, there's a big team talk to come now for Cumbernauld.
Yeah, most definitely a big first half there for Edinburgh Uni Thistle, who are really impressive at it from the first minute, and Kim, you have to say it felt a little bit nervy right from the off for Cumbernauld Colts, and they've not recovered from that too well, and Edinburgh Uni well worthy of their lead at half time.
Absolutely, and maybe it would have been a different game if one of those early chances from Cumbernauld had paid off, but I think, yeah, there's some big words needing said at half-time for Cumbernauld. If they want to turn this game around, it'll be a massive, massive challenge. Edinburgh Uni could really just camp this second half out, but 45 minutes to go, and yeah, anything could happen, really. Well,
certainly, so we'll take a quick break, and we'll be back for that second half soon, so enjoy your 15-minute break, and we'll be back with live action in the second half. right. Oh.
You need to be swinging, swinging around, swinging. Otherwise, I think
No, I've done some pitch that. I always find it for a lot of remote.
I'll see you later. Let's just check the camera if it's slow.
I think it's okay.
Cumbernauld Colts in a little huddle there. Probably got a few strong messages at half-time, you'd presume, Kim?
Yeah, I know I've been in the changing room when we've been down at with this kind of scoreline, thinking, how can we work this out? How can we turn this game around? And it's going to be a massive, massive task for them. So I think there will have been some strong words said in there, both from players and staff. So yeah, biggest thing for Cumbernauld is that they get a goal early, I think, so they can really put a stamp on this second half.
I think maybe a case of just look at this game as little instalments now. Cumbernauld just get their way back into it gradually, and possibly before you start thinking about miraculous comebacks, it's more important just to make sure they've got proper foothold in this second half.
Absolutely.
I'm sure Edinburgh Uni would love to get another goal here early in this half, and they're on the attack. And winning a free kick there. A late challenge coming in.
Yeah, I guess shoulder to shoulder again, but there was absolutely no attempting to get the ball, so I think a free kick's reasonable.
Now this one's surely too far out to shoot. Surely.
Depends how far they can kick it, but I know I wouldn't be shooting from here.
I don't think I could, even get it to the goal, let alone score. So
it's an awkward position here, middle of the park. Hard to put some swing on it, but maybe they can just float it in for someone to break the line.
And it certainly looks like that, because Edinburgh have loaded the box up with numbers here. And the delivery's going to come in. Will evade everyone out of play.
Yeah, I think she had her head in her hands there after hitting that, but
maybe that was a tactical idea we were unaware of there. Set piece coach is out on the side complaining, yeah. Cumbernauld playing out from the back here before sending a long ball up, which is pulled in but immediately turned away once again, and Edinburgh Uni will click the look to get on the attack here. Bit of awkward defending back there, and Reedman picks up the ball here.
Yeah, Colts won't be wanting to invite unnecessary pressure,
Pops
but here we go for them.
Shoots. And it's another goal. I think Abigail Verghese certainly deserved a goal in this game.
Yeah, 2 minutes. 2 minutes not even being played in this second half. That is the last thing Cumbernauld were needing. Great finish from Abigail Verghese there, just to kind of almost clip it over the goalie. Really composed finish, but it's hard to see. It was hard to see a way back at 4, but at 5 it's going to be incredibly difficult. I think at this point it's maybe damage limitation and try and see out the game as best they can.
Most certainly, and that was just a really cool finish there from Verghese, who's been well worthy of a goal of her performance in this game as well, and she couldn't have finished that one off any better, and got a feel for the keeper there, just watching that one float over. Nothing she could really do about that one, as it was just a really clever little
not
thing.
at all, and it kind of came from Cumbernauld and just inviting a wee bit too much pressure on themselves. They're not dealing with an overhead ball, and
hot potato at the back, wasn't it? There?
Yeah, and it's kind of not the person you want it to fall to. Someone who's good with their feet, someone who's quick, gets a positive touch into the box, and then, I mean, when it's a finish like that, all you can kind of do is go, fair enough. But yeah, really not what Cumbernauld would have been wanting.
And they will keep the pressure once again here in the middle of the park here. Shaw tries to find a slip ball through. Cumbernauld just camped in their own half at this moment in time. We get a bit of reprieve there as that ball just about runs out. I say Edinburgh Uni really well set up as well. I believe manager, pronunciation again here, I'll do my best. I believe it's Stig Chen, who's done a fantastic job, with the way his side's been set up and really got the danger players on the ball in the right areas. Yeah,
definitely, and I think they'll be frustrated with their league form, because they know that they could have been challenging for that title, but to come away with silverware, if the result stands, they'll be really, really proud of their season, and they'll be looking already at next season and thinking, how can we start our move up the table? How can we push on from this league? And they'll be thinking, this is just the start. This is just the start for this team. If they come away with a win today.
Most definitely sitting in third position, I should say, in the East region this season. But definitely the way they've played here makes you think, keep this group together as well next year. They'll fancy the chances.
Yeah, and it's a difficult thing when it comes to university sport, that it can be very transitional. You can lose players every year to to moving away, graduating, and they'll be hoping that some of these girls are maybe in their first year or second year, and they've got another couple of seasons of them playing. And but with that, might get a wee attack here from Cumbernauld.
Yeah, there's a Charlton behind there, and it was a full-on foot race there, and it did look like for a second Lucifer was going to get to it, but once again impressive defending back there to deal with that one from Imogen Sinclair.
Yeah, and good pace from keeper there to put it out for a throw instead of a corner, so Edinburgh can get set up, and the corner's conceded anyway, so
I'll get there in the end, eh? Don't give it to them easy.
that's it.
Once again, it's Foy doing the run up there.
Yeah.
It's not stopped all afternoon. Some hard work here. They'll have a corner to come from the right hand side. Out swinging ball is lifted into a dangerous area. It's going to drop down at the edge of the box. A chance for a strike. It's a tame effort.
Yeah.
I think she thought about putting a foot through that one there, but then last second decided to go for a more calm finish, and that ball almost breaks away there. But yeah, I think that was a slight change of mind last second of that strike.
Yeah, could see your teammates in the box thinking I might pass this to them and it might break nicely, but yeah, if it was coming out to me like that,
foot through it.
Yeah, not saying it would have been pretty or gone on target in any way, but when it comes like that, you think, oh, may as well.
Well, it always feels like one of them. It will either end up in the top corner or in someone's window outside the Indodrill stadium.
Absolutely. Yeah, we were saying just there, this Edinburgh team with student sport, it can be very transitional, and there could be a few players gone by next year, but in the same breath, you never know who might come in, whether it's internationals coming in for a semester or a full year, or new students coming in, first year master's students, then the team can change quite drastically for the better and for the worse, but they'll be hoping to keep a few of these strong players in the team and find new strength as well, and like we said, move up the table and find form.
Well, it's most definitely the thing that it's quite unenviable, I suppose, leading these university programs at times, because your players will move on at some point. As I mentioned, being at Stirling Uni, following the Stirling Uni men's first team quite a lot. I was doing some stuff in the Lowland League, and it just seems to be they get such a strong core of players, and every year then they move on and then reset again and go.
Absolutely.
Keep coming back and back, and
absolutely,
really
that was similar to the Stirling Uni women's team who are playing later today, but back in 2015-16, having girls finishing 4th in the Premier League, which behind the likes of City and Hibs, which is an absolute testament to their quality and who was playing there, and then you lose 4 or 5 players to teams like Celtic, that you're like, man, these players are incredible and really strong, but you lose 2 or 3 that were core key players. It can be really difficult to replace them and reset, and unfortunately for Stirling Uni's women's team, they weren't able to replace them, and that's when that kind of fall down the tables happened.
Well, of course, I suppose that's ultimately what it's about, to give everyone the best chance to kick on with their careers as well, and I'm sure some of these Edinburgh Uni players have done a good job at profiling themselves today as well, most certainly with their performance. And
absolutely, and there's strong teams all around Edinburgh, with the likes of Spartan, really nice skill in the middle there,
middle of the park there.
Yeah, the strong teams all around Edinburgh, Spartans, Boroughmuir, and Edinburgh Uni here are actually part of the Boroughmuir pathway. They're really Boroughmuir's development team, so if you're Boroughmuir, you're looking at a few of these players going, they could really be pushing into our squad.
That was a nice idea there, and the ball's back to way clear, almost came up to us here. Thankfully survived that one, everyone intact. We're most definitely a pathway into the Boroughmuir Thistle team as well, and these players showcasing their abilities this afternoon.
Absolutely.
Trying to get on the attack here once again.
And with Boroughmuir looking to push on still in contention for promotion to Prem 1, or for playoffs for Prem. Well, no playoffs this year even, but promotion at least for Prem 1. They're still a wee bit in that battle that some of these girls could be playing, for argument's sake, Premier League 1 football next year if they were to move up and down the teams. So.
Cumbernauld do dig across out there, which is well defended in the middle once again. Let's give Cumbernauld an opportunity to keep the pressure on the right flank. Just about throw there, did look close to get running out for a corner, but it's quickly taken in to Meakin, who digs across out of her feet, does drop in the box, and is there, and the clearance is completed by Sinclair. Edinburgh do win the ball back here, and they'll look to break away quickly if they can. Bella Pagini picking up the ball once again on the right hand side. She's got two options in the middle. She decides to go herself, and it's a fantastic run down the flank. She crosses it in. Verghese connects with it first time, and it's a good save down low from Gallagher to keep that one away. Brilliant, incisive counter-attack there from Edinburgh. And they've shown their pace and their danger in transition on a number of occasions throughout this match. And Verghese once again has been a real standout performer in this match. And that cross into the middle, causing all types of havoc. And ultimately it was a good save by Gallagher. They got down quickly to tip that one around the post, but an outswinging ball will follow here. That's lifted in. It's going to drop down in the 6-yard box. Got a bit of a scramble in the middle once again. Cumbernauld will be relieved to see that ball break and get it away clear. And Neve Page will take the throw. Gets playing quickly once again. Not giving their opposition any time to rest it. Page will send it long up towards the box. Important header there at the back post. Verghese will get a touch of the ball. Can't quite keep a hold of it though, and it's sent away clear. Foy with a touch. Intercepted well by Richardson. And at the heart of the defence, alongside Sinclair, who's not really given Cumbernauld all too much encouragement throughout this match. Really been solid back there as a pair. It's Cumbernauld looking to get onto attack here quickly. Richardson there once again to intercept. Finds Verghese, who's turned away with a lovely first touch. She's driving up once more. She looks for Reedman down the right, but that one's going to be intercepted and put out for a throw.
Yeah, every attack from Edinburgh at the moment is looking a little bit threatening and it's feeling just a bit ominous. Cumbernauld haven't really managed to get any kind of foothold back into this half, and you worry a wee bit that a few more goals could still come from Edinburgh, who just don't seem to be turning it off at the moment.
That goes clattered.
That was like a sore one, but
when Reedman there taking a bit of a sore one to the face, so it will require some attention from the dugout here. And the medical team will come on to make sure she's okay to continue here, because that did look like a sore one. Wouldn't fancy being on the receiving end of that one there. Already the Edinburgh players haven't taken their foot off the gas at all, and real testament to their fitness as well as their hard work throughout this match.
Absolutely, and it shows as well how serious they're taking this final. Like, there's never a moment to take the foot off, like you say, and they want to get more goals. They want to put on a show for everybody, and they're really doing that. A few of them will be thinking, I want to get a goal, I want to get a second goal, or maybe Bell in this case is thinking, I want to get my wee hat trick. Yeah, go away with the match ball.
We've seen a couple changes as well in the second half. Another one there, Hayley Matheson coming on for Cumbernauld. Immediately involved in the action down there. I think certainly a lot of the threat you've seen as well is that the number 3 for Edinburgh Uni, Daisy Bradshaw, has been parked up on the left flank for so much of this game, which has given our teammates in the middle the chance to sort of roam a little bit more. It's fair to say every opportunity absolutely. She's got to get in the attack.
There she goes, breaking away into the box if it can find her.
She does get the break of the ball in the end. Daisy Bradshaw onto her left foot, strikes and blocked, and
strong defending there.
I thought that was going to be the perfectly timed bit of commentary there. Daisy Bradshaw, who's had a couple of opportunities to get up into the box and have a strike in this match so far.
Absolutely, and that's a modern defender there, getting forward and showing the threats in attack while also getting the job done in defence.
So they're racking up the miles as well for a good few kilometres.
Definitely, and that's what you can do in this league, is you can absolutely bust it for.
The keeper does come for that corner and misses it.
Yeah, you can
do get it away, and we'll look to get away here quickly on the counter attack. There's Verghese. Not someone you want to be up against in the foot race, most certainly, and she's done really well defensively, but the pressure keeps coming there. It's not a foul. Shannon Morgan drives into the box and sends it across. It's brought in by Cumbernauld, strikes, and another big save by the goalie on the rebound. It's looped in.
And
Cumbernauld have got their goal. I think Edinburgh Uni were calling for a foul before. not to be given, and I'm not sure if it's a route back into the game, but certainly a goal for Cumbernauld, which is certainly given their fans still right something to cheer for.
Yeah, absolutely, and a clever finish, and there's still half an hour left in this game, and Cumbernauld showing that they've not given up yet. While there's a big mountain to climb, they'll have been wanting that foul. I know if that was the other way around, Cumbernauld would have absolutely been wanting that foul. So referees decided to play on. It's been a physical match, so those kind of tackles haven't been missing from this game. But Cumbernauld played to the whistle. Whistle never came, so they were happy to play on. Edinburgh Uni kind of stopped a bit there, and Cumbernauld took advantage of that moment. They'll have been thinking we could have taken advantage of moments like that earlier. Yeah. But I think that'll be Edinburgh Uni taking a wee bit of a shake-up, and I wouldn't be surprised if they come out guns blazing now after conceding one. Yeah, definitely. Uni felt a bit of buzz in the stand to our right as well. Not had all too much to cheer, the Cumbernauld fans. Yeah, but made themselves heard there. Most definitely did. Try and give their team a bit of momentum in this one, and they were quick to get the ball back up to the halfway line for the restart as well. I believe it was Olivia Pratt's foul that got the final touch in the middle as well to get that finish there. Happy to be corrected if I'm wrong. But it was really that hard work and running as well, and as you mentioned, playing to the whistle there, Shannon Morgan more than anything. Absolutely. At the start of that attack, but Edinburgh Uni will look to get that 5-goal cushion back here if they can. Yeah. On the attack once again with Miller. She's got plenty of options in front of her here, and ball's going to be digged into the box. It's going to run through. It's Bradshaw. Strikes again, keeper spills it, and that ball had just gone out of play beforehand. Heart slightly in the mouth there for Cumbernauld goalkeeper. At the end of the day, it didn't go in the back of the net, so yes. So deal with the corner now and hopefully keep the goals at bay. Another substitute happening for Edinburgh Uni. That's right, yep. Maybe number 18, Cara Gormley, coming on. When Weidman, who did really well with that penalty in the first half, and an impressive performance overall of her hold-up play and attack. Absolutely, she's tall and physical in that front line, and has really caused Cumbernauld a lot of problems. Well, that one's well met in the middle there by Imogen Sinclair. Couldn't quite keep it down, but she had her eyes certainly lit up at the delivery of that ball. Absolutely, it was a great ball in, and yeah, it was a real opportunity to add to their tally today, but Cumbernauld will have let out a sigh when they saw that go over the bar. Cumbernauld playing out from the back here. We're looking to apply a bit of pressure herself, but Cumbernauld done well to play their way out to the halfway line. Just about to keep hold of the ball. As the sun makes a reappearance down there. There's a bit of a chilly wind in the air, as I've said. Yeah, but I doubt the players are feeling it down there in the sun on the Astro. They'll be thinking, yeah, they'll still be enjoying the conditions out there. Maybe just for us then up here in the stand here. Cumbernauld to get on the attack here. Throw taken in short and try to drive up into the box, and it's a good run here. Sinclair intercepts, and the referee, I believe, calls it back there, playing an advantage. Yeah, probably was a foul again. There's complaints coming from the stands and down on the pitch side, but if these were the other way, I think they'd be calling for them all the same. So I can't see any problems with that one. Referee trying to give the game a chance to continue, but calls it back pretty quickly, and Cumbernauld have got their first goal in this one, and they could quickly look to get a second one here. Erin Wilson standing over this one. Can't quite see from here. Yeah, I've got to think she's got her eyes for goal here. The way she's walking up to this one. Definitely, and you never know if this goes in, then things get a little bit interesting. And we're going to see this strike come from Wilson. It was clipped into the middle. And well met once again. Imogen Sinclair. Head's been a bit like a magnet so far throughout this game, hasn't it? Yeah, she's had a really good performance, and up there with one of the players of the match for sure. There's been a few standout performances so far, but corner's taken short here by Cumbernauld. They've got the extra player down there, so they are able to work the ball nicely. Cross can come now from Foyt towards the near post, but that one isn't the most accurate of a few players lined up in the middle waiting for the delivery. Cumbernauld would have wanted a better ball in there, and they'd loaded the box up. And if they want to have any shot at getting back into the game, they really need to start putting the chances away. They're still applying pressure though, pressing high when Edinburgh play out.
They're still working hard, not giving up on this cup final at all. Cumbernauld. So if that opportunity could have gone in there from that set piece or something like that, then maybe start to get a few jitters in the Edinburgh camp.
Absolutely.
As far as taking short there and rinse and repeat. Daisy Bradshaw pops it in. It runs all the way through to Balapini. He's done well to hold that ball up.
It's a nice touch.
Daisy will slip the ball into the substitute here. Gormley has a foot race on there with Having McGill, who's able to touch that one out of play.
Absolutely.
I think there's been a lot of composure though in attack for Edinburgh Uni Thistle throughout this game. Just the way they've been able to hold up the ball. That front three have been so dangerous right from the start of this match.
Absolutely, and getting the early goal in the games really let them stamp their mark on the match and play with confidence. Oh, that's really nice play.
Lovely footwork from Vigeza to get away once again down the left hand side. Cuts it back. Can't quite find a teammate in the middle though after that mazy run.
But getting right back into it after she's maybe misplaced a pass.
Not wasting any time there.
No.
Put the pressure on Having McGill, who does well in all fairness to keep a hold of it. And Cumbernauld do get it clear, but Bradshaw's there to intercept. Catherine Short tries to pop the ball off to Miller. Comes again to sweep things up. I think she's been impressive in midfield as well, just sort of doing that.
Like we said earlier, there's been some really good performances all round from Edinburgh players.
I'd say maybe Catherine Shaw, number 6 for Edinburgh Uni, a bit more, not said her name all too much, but she's been really important in there, just sweeping everything up in the base of that midfield.
That's the thing, it can be, if you're not mentioning people's names, it means they're not doing anything wrong.
Yeah,
they're just getting on with it, doing a good job.
Bit of hard pressure there on Abigail Vigeza. Straight back up to her feet though as Bradshaw wins the throw. Bit of frustration coming from the dugout there, not happy.
Yeah.
Frustration from Cumbernauld.
I can understand when maybe some decisions aren't going your way, but you're 5-1 up at this point, so there's not too much to complain about.
Probably just wants to get away without seeing any players hurt or anything like that, of course. So maybe more a case of wanting to see a bit of protection for his players, perhaps.
Absolutely.
Yeah. As you say, we've got another cup final to come this afternoon as well. It's going to be another big one, 4 o'clock kickoff.
Absolutely, between Stirling University, like we mentioned earlier, another university side, lots of students playing in that team, and also Renfrew. So that'll be a really interesting affair. Both teams will be thinking this game's here for the taking.
Definitely.
I think the most recent result saw Renfrew win. They'll be thinking we can absolutely take them on, but if, in terms of league form, Stirling Uni have been at it and are in pole position for a playoff back to PL2, so they'll be thinking the game's there for the taking. So yeah, it'll certainly be an interesting one. Edinburgh just won a good free kick in a dangerous position.
Yep, good touch and field there from Montgomery, who caught the leg of the opposition player there, and once again a chance from a dangerous area.
Yeah, absolutely. A small detail from Edinburgh players is they're actually wearing ribbons in their hair in the colours of the trans flag in solidarity with their trans brothers and sisters, which is a nice touch.
That's brilliant to see. Now I did actually note this down before the game as well, when obviously doing my looking at the form guide. Cumbernauld Colts did actually come back from 4-1 down in their last game to win 5-4, so you do never know, and if that one went in there, then yeah, Cumbernauld Colts were 4-1 down against Alloa and came back to win 5-4, so
wow,
maybe that was going through the half-time team talk.
Yeah, no, the realms of possibility, exactly. We've done it before, guys, we're capable of it, that kind of thing, so
obviously as the time does tick down, Edinburgh Uni are once again looking like they could get another goal here. Montgomery touches it into the box and is scrambled away for it. You'd have to say full credit to Edinburgh Uni. They're just not taking their foot off the gas really at all in the second half.
That's it. It made it really, really difficult for Cumbernauld today, and I don't know what Cumbernauld expectations coming into this match would have been. They'll have been absolutely thinking this game's here for us to win. They knew that they'd be capable, and on another day you never know what these kind of scorelines would have been like, but we've mentioned it at the start and throughout the game that maybe at the start of this match Edinburgh Uni just looked the less nervy side and took advantage of moments where Cumbernauld were a bit maybe on edge. So
immediately coming out in this one there was a bit of a feeling, wasn't there, that there was a few nerves, and that sort of set the tempo, didn't it, a little bit in the not the way you'd want to see for Cumbernauld Colts.
That's it, and Edinburgh as well here taking full advantage of their subs. They've made quite a few changes throughout the game, and they've kept their legs fresh and bringing on experience and not letting, maybe that's been part of it, not letting the game settle too much and really kept their foot on the gas with bringing on the freshness. So
yeah, well coached game plan throughout this one for Edinburgh Uni, who are very much looking like they'll be the Regional Cup winners here. It's a lovely turn there from Paige, but she turns the ball over. There's one back by Edinburgh Uni once again. Play quick 1-2 down that left hand side, and the ball does just run out of play there. Bradshaw doing her best to keep that one in, but couldn't quite do so, and Cumbernauld will resume play once again. Session pulled in. Diaz Thorpe. Recent introduction there.
Something that Edinburgh have done really well today is, even with the high press from Colts, is just being able to build out from the back and dealing with the pressure well. While there's been a few mistakes and ultimately they haven't been costly, but their build-up play from the back has been good. The players have been composed and they're all really confident on the ball and obviously have a lot of trust in each other. So they're really happy to maybe play it to their centre half or to their right back when she's under pressure and just I know she can deal with it.
Yeah, just some real composure in this game, and you're seeing Edinburgh knock the ball around here in the exchanges, but that one's a bit wayward. Cumbernauld in possession at the back here. Guinea does well to win the ball back, but they will put out players. Cumbernauld do have a player down with an injury here by the looks. So obviously to put you on the spot for a prediction for the game later on this afternoon, you got any idea how that one will go?
I think there'll be goals.
Okay.
I think both teams are going to score. I'd be inclined to be leaning towards Stirling at the moment, I think. Happy to be proven wrong by Renfrew if they're listening, but I think just based at the current league positions, I'm leaning towards Stirling, but you never know it in a final. Kind of similar to today, if Stirling start a little shaky, then there may well be opportunities. Renfrew have got really strong and experienced players there, so but yeah, I'm thinking a scoreline prediction, maybe 2-1. It'll be close.
Okay.
That's why I'd like to see.
Well, I'm very much hoping for a close game, because both the cup finals here so far have been quite one-sided.
Yes.
Come the end of things, but
yes, I know. Last year I was doing the co-coms, and it was Rossville who came away with a last-minute goal, header from a set piece. Jane O'Toole, who actually was playing for Cumbernauld United yesterday, so she got herself another cup yesterday along with Rossville's win last year. So that was a yellow
card as well.
Did she? It was a long cold afternoon in Alloa last year with that game, but it was a really tight match, and it made for definitely exciting watching. So hoping for that later on.
So fingers crossed. There's been plenty of goals across the two games. Quite one-sided games yesterday. Cumbernauld on the winning side, and the other Cumbernauld side not quite having the same luck today, but I have to say all the teams in these finals have played their part as well, and we mentioned it in the first half. If Cumbernauld took their chance to make it 1-0, then we could be looking at a different affair here today, of course, and moments in football always can change things so much.
Yeah, absolutely, and moments can pass you by as well that Cumbernauld will be thinking there was chances to be taken in that first half that maybe Edinburgh had a bit more of the rub of the green, but ultimately I think Edinburgh have been the stronger team, a bit stronger, a bit faster, a bit more composed, and and have probably merited the goals they've scored.
Well, it's a lovely bit of composure there from Imogen Sinclair to pop that ball in field. Cumbernauld do get it away though. And of course, there was shouts for a handball as well, or a t-shirt line. I'm not too sure. The Cumbernauld will probably want to see back to.
Yeah,
when
for
the
sure.
game was 1-0.
It was really hard to tell from up here how much arm or hand it hit, and
It was certainly at close range, wasn't it? So.
Yeah, that it's what's natural, what's unnatural. There's loads of debate around handballs. So if the referee's unsure, they're going to go with the defending team there. Refs don't want to just award penalties without knowing, so it's easy for criticism to be thrown, but it's a thankless job being a referee. So when
I'm
a
not
decision,
sure the referees even know the handball rules probably half the time it changes so much.
So if it wasn't clean and obvious for the ref in the line,
Yes.
then they'll be thinking, can't give a penalty for that, and I don't mind that kind of decision making.
No, I agree as well. Yeah. Cumbernauld looking to quickly get onto the attack here down the left-hand side. The ball is slipped into the box. Keeper comes out quick and early there. Or Sparrow to claim that one. Goal kick goes up long and brought in by Balvagini. He's been on 2 goals for a long time in this game.
Yeah, she'll definitely be wanting to see if she can bag a third.
She generously plays the pass in there rather than attempting a shot herself, and claimed well by Gallagher. Oh, send it up long. Yeah, I'm sure she would have been eyeing up a hat-trick after getting 2 goals in such quick succession in that first half.
Definitely. Edinburgh making 2 more changes just now as well, which again just bringing on freshness.
Yeah.
15 minutes to go.
Balvagini making way now, so
Yeah.
it will be a brace, but a very impressive performance from her
Yeah,
down that right
absolutely.
flank today. She gets a well-earned rest there.
Yeah, and cuddles from her teammates, thinking, yeah, she's made a big difference in this match for them, and while she might have been thinking I could have got a hat trick there, I'm sure she won't be too disappointed with 2 goals to her name.
Yeah, not bad afternoon's work there.
Absolutely.
So it's not quite time to get the feet up just yet for a team, but certainly Bella will taking the credit there for the strong performance. And really the important moments in this game, and real classy finish that first one, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was a really nice finish. Made it near impossible for the goalie, and I think even goalies further up the pyramid would have really struggled to get their hand to that. She just put it right out of reach into the bottom left side of the net. Yeah, really difficult for the goalie to deal with, and yeah, she'll be pleased, and yeah, we'll be able to look back on that fondly as well.
Most definitely, and Rini will have another chance to come here. It's going to be Gemma Montgomery to send in this ball from the left-hand side. Takes a bounce. Cumbernauld will take a touch. Pretty cool back there when there was a lot of pressure coming. It drops out to the edge of the box. It's going to be short.
That was
Does
well
well
played.
to sort her feet out there. The pressure can come. A shot on target. Not quite enough height on that one to beat Ryan Gallagher. Watched it all the way and got 2 big hands to hold on to that effort there from Paige.
Absolutely worth the shot, though. It came to her quite nicely. Really nice switch of play, and yeah, worth taking it on. Ultimately, a comfortable save for the goalie in the end, but you never know.
It's a good effort, but they'll keep coming here. Once again, Montgomery finds Odeza, who's going to take flight once again. A hefty challenge comes from the back. A clean challenge, though, to momentarily stop the attack here from Edinburgh Uni. We'll do get the lines cleared though before he can hold up the ball here before dishing it over the top. Sinclair's there once again though to win that, and Shaw will calm things down in the middle of the park before scrambling it away.
Yeah, maybe thought there were more fresh legs ready to put in that run, but here we go.
That's good pressure up high once again. Montgomery not slowing down here at all and does well to force a throw.
Yeah.
But certainly still putting in the hard yards late on in this game.
That's it, and as we move towards the final 10 minutes of the 90, yeah, Edinburgh happy to just kind of eat up as much time as possible, sending it long into the corners, making Cumbernauld have to deal with it, inviting their players to put in that last push, and looks like Edinburgh are going to make some more changes as well, using the full depth of their squad.
I say we were getting some quadruple substitutions, goalkeeper switches yesterday, so this isn't quite as bad. I can do 2 at a time. But I think it does have a feel both teams will be quite happy for the full-time whistle to come when it does. The strike comes from distance from short. And what a fantastic effort that is.
Wow.
That's really the cherry on the cake here for Edinburgh Uni. A fantastic strike from distance.
Yeah, that was an incredible finish. Probably pick of the bunch today. We've had some good goals.
That was,
but
really impressive.
Yeah, it just fell to her really kindly. One of those ones a few of them have been falling to people nicely today, but they haven't taken it on or they've not connected nicely. But yeah, she couldn't have hit that sweeter. What a great finish.
And I think I said in a good way, we've not been saying the name of Shaw too much in this game. Bit of an unsung hero throughout this game.
Absolutely.
Certainly got a name in the headlines there with that fantastic strike.
Sure.
And Abigail Bugasi will get a well-earned rest as well. She's been fantastic down that left flank. She'll be off for these final few minutes.
She's put in a stellar performance, Abigail Verghese there, and a performance to be proud of.
That's Chandler Richardson making way as well. She's been really solid in the half defence as well.
Absolutely, just two incredible performances there. We've said it earlier on that great performances all round, like to a player from the Edinburgh team. One moment of lapse where maybe they didn't play the whistle, they thought they should have got a foul and they never, and then Cumbernauld capitalised on that moment of kind of stopping, but otherwise there's not really been anything to fault them on.
Here's Foy in possession once again. Sinclair stays close, cool defending that under heavy pressure, doesn't have to win the throw. But yeah, there's just been a real composure and almost comfort from Edinburgh Uni. We spoke right at the start of this game about who can settle a bit better and manage those nerves, and they've not looked nervous at all throughout this one.
No, it was like there hasn't even looked like a cup final for them. Like obviously they'll know that in their mind, but it's just another game of football, which you get told that going into games. Like at the end of the day, this is just another game. Let's go out and just play our normal game. Let's go out and score goals, play with confidence, and that's what they've done. Like never let the occasion get to them at all.
Most definitely, really right from the start, just looked comfortable. We knew this was a huge occasion for them as well. They were reading the manager's notes before the game, really proud of his team and the run they've been on to get here, and a big occasion. They've most certainly played up to it here, and does most certainly look like they'll be well worthy champions here. And you say, what a brilliant way to sort of finish off a campaign, finishing third.
For sure.
Yeah, with a piece of silverware.
That's it, and we discussed it earlier too, that they'll be thinking this is just the start.
Yeah.
Get their hands on the trophy here, celebrate, savour these memories, but then look to the future. What can we do next season? What can we do? Can we win the league? Can we get into the playoffs? Let's get our way up into League One, and and if they can do that next season, and then by 26, 27 be a League One team, they'll be absolutely thrilled. Considering they're a new team as well, this is maybe their second season in the leagues, so if they can push on and start moving their way up the pyramid and win silverware, they're doing everything right.
Most definitely, and this will be a afternoon they'll remember for a long time as well. And they're not slowing down just yet. Montgomery trying to get away on the break. The ball's clipped over. It's well met, but the pressure will keep coming once again. Substitutes trying to get in on the action here. That ball through from Jennifer Murray. Doesn't find a teammate. And Reunion win the ball back here. A bit of space opens up on the left-hand side. It is Murray here. The defender comes across, deals with that one well though.
Yeah, well dealt with. Yeah, testament to Edinburgh on the field here, but off the field too. They've got incredibly hard-working volunteers behind the scenes. To mention one, Cara Lynch. She's their club secretary and does an incredible amount of work off the scenes to keep this club ticking, keep this club running, and without kind of hard work like that, these kind of games, these kind of opportunities don't come about too. So.
Yeah, brilliant afternoon. Certainly makes all that hard work feel very worthwhile, doesn't it? I'm sure.
100%. That's a great find.
Yep, and Jennifer Murray. And a bit of space here once again. Can't quite pull it in to get away there though. It does feel like these Cumbernauld Colts players are looking forward for the full-time whistle here at this moment in time.
Tired legs out there, and in this heat as well, it makes it really difficult. And while it's maybe chilly up here in the stands in the shade, down there on the pitch, on that rubber crumb, it will be hot. It'll be hot. It'll be tiring. Your legs will be hurting. Your mind will be hurting with this scoreline as well.
There's a few heavy legs out there.
Yeah, and it's hard not to be thinking back to opportunities missed in the game or to what ifs, and it's hard to not focus on them. And at the moment, Cumbernauld should be really proud of themselves and the campaign they've had getting to this final. Ultimately, you know, it's not the scoreline or the result they would want, but they can look back on their journey, you know, with great pride and with confidence, and they might even get another chance here at goal.
Breaking into the box there, but
didn't quite break for them.
Just overran that one a little bit there. No, I think it's spot on the run that they've enjoyed to get here. Those wins, Dingwall and Elgin will certainly live long in the memory as well.
Absolutely.
As an intentional trip there, and we've not seen any bookings in this game, but I think that was probably an undeniable yellow card.
It's a good sportsmanship there. I think the referee thought it was number 2, but it was actually maybe number 17 or number 11. I couldn't quite catch a number there. Number 11, and she put her hands up and said, it was actually me.
Volunteer
so she's
for it, yeah.
Taking it. Yeah, and I think as well in those earlier games that Cumbernauld will have played, going up to Elgin, going up to Ross County, they may not well have been favourites, so it might have been a bit of an underdog story. Yeah, underdog story going up to Elgin after that long travel. So yeah, they can look back at those memories really fondly, and I'm sure they had good celebrations throughout their campaign in this competition.
Definitely. This afternoon certainly belonging to Edinburgh Uni Thistle.
Yeah.
They've really been impressed from start to finish. Not too long left to go in this one.
Yeah, moving into the last almost 3 minutes of the 90 here, and Edinburgh Uni can just keep the ball or can try and keep the ball, just see out this game. But looks like there's some tired legs from Edinburgh Uni as well, to be fair.
Yeah, that's gone into this cup final here. We're looking forward to those celebrations beginning.
Yeah.
Could have been a chance there, just a little bit late with that ball through to go. If you do stick in with the stream as well, you'll get the trophy presentation and interviews post-match, and that's
really nice play.
That's when the confidence is powering, isn't it?
Yeah.
Love a little back heel in the middle of the park there.
Yeah, really, really nice play.
All the substitutes coming on, enjoying it as well then, by the looks, yeah.
Absolutely. When your teammates have made the job easy for you coming off the bench, you can go out there and enjoy yourself and play with the confidence that they've left there out for you. So all those subs that have come on for Edinburgh have played of a similar standard, you know, to the girls who've come off. So yeah, everybody who's played their part for Edinburgh today can feel really proud of themselves, and Cumbernauld will be thinking, how can we just, you know, not concede another goal? Can we keep the scoreline lower, as low as they can now, and not want to let any more chances go Edinburgh's way?
Strong challenge in there from Niamh Page in the dying moments of this cup final here at Indodrill Stadium. We'll see another late change here. Cumbernauld Colts. Cadwell coming on late on. Might not get a touch for the ball, we'll wait and see.
Yeah. It's a difficult one coming on as a sub at in these kind of games, and coming off the bench and trying to, you know, leave a positive mark on the game and just do your job. And ultimately, you're right, like, she might not get many, if any, touches of the game, but she's got to be there for her teammates, 100%. Keep everybody lifted, and
good to be involved in the cup final one way or another, I suppose.
Absolutely.
Yeah. We do have a bit of a foot race here. In the end, yep, Ryan Gallagher happy to get to that one and just pop it out of play. Uni will get play resumed down on the left-hand side here. Onto the box, runs all the way out. Yeah, number of standout performances. I think we've touched on quite a lot of them, but overall, really fantastic team performance more than anything from Edinburgh Uni.
Yeah, and we've said it a few times, like a real professional performance from them. Not let the occasion get to them at all. Never looked shaken. Maybe one moment of sleeping a little bit, but then again reacted instantly afterwards.
Yeah, really impressive, and some standout names we've mentioned already getting on the score sheet, of course. Mageze was very bright down the wing.
Yeah.
Uni down the right-hand side as well, just causing so many issues for the opposition fullbacks. Almost a bit of an moment back there, but keeper's happy to pull that one in. And she's played her part of a couple of big saves as well throughout the game. Yeah,
that's us just gone past the 90, so I don't think the referee will add too many minutes on here.
Is letting the game go on for the time being? I would have thought we maybe get a swift sort of finish to this game here, but still time to be played here in Alloa. Nicely walked out to the right hand side and all the way back for Edinburgh. If I was to ask you then for your player of the match, then in your opinion, who do you think stole the show today?
Like we've said, quite a few people.
Strike does come, and keeper does manage to get to that one.
Yeah, well dealt with by the goalie. Yeah, quite a few names jump to mind, and quite a few like stellar performances. I think the standout for me though was Abigail Verghese up and down that wing. You know, non-stop work, threatening, making the defender's job really difficult, and then a really tidy finish to top off a great performance for her. So, yeah, I think Edinburgh Uni Thistle's Abigail Verghese for me.
Yeah, it'd be difficult to argue with that choice. All the front three were hard working,
yeah,
fantastic
absolutely.
as well. So, but it's been a real team performance overall, as you've mentioned there. And
yeah,
Verghese really was causing havoc for that defence. As the full-time whistle is blown here, and Edinburgh Uni Thistle, the 2025 ScottishPower Regional Cup champions, and a fantastic performance to top off this result here today, and full credits to them for this great result.
Yeah, absolutely. It was a really strong performance from them from the first minute till the end. They really didn't step off the gas. They just kept going, took their moments when they came, were clinical, and yeah, absolutely deserved winners. It's going to be a tough day for the Cumbernauld Colts girls to lift themselves back, and there's still a league campaign to finish.
Yep.
And it's hard to lift yourselves after a result like this, but like we said earlier, they should be really proud of the journey that they've been on. Some strong results, and yeah, ultimately they've been beaten by the better team today.
Of course, a run to be proud of as well for Cumbernauld, and they can look back at those results up in the Highlands especially fondly, and unfortunately didn't go the way they wanted it to, but as you say, finish off the season and look into next year and look back at this run as one to be proud of.
Definitely, but for the Edinburgh Uni girls today, there's going to be big celebrations, I'm for sure of it. Some really strong performances out there, some really great goals, and we can see actually the Edinburgh coach just kind of taking it in down there, looking really pleased, and yeah, he should be proud of himself too, leading this group of players to a memorable day, and I'm sure it will be a memorable afternoon and evening for them as well. But yeah, their celebrations can begin now, and I know that they cannot wait to get their hands on that trophy.
Yep, getting some well-earned applause there from travelling contingency to our left here. Family and friends, proud of the performance of the Edinburgh Uni goals, who are absolutely brilliant, as you mentioned, right from the start of this game, and high fives down there from the gaffer as well, who really nailed things right from the start, as well as game management as that match went on.
That's for sure. Like we commented on it as the game went through. Fresh legs throughout the game, just killed it. I think constantly having strength off the bench, girls were making a positive impact, and yeah, they can all be every player in that squad, whether they've played minutes today, whether they played throughout the campaign in other matches and couldn't play today, or every single player in that team, on and off the park, can feel really proud of the achievements that they've got today. And yeah, I'm sure that some of the people down there and in the backroom staff will be thinking this is just the beginning for this team.
Well, as you've mentioned as well, drawn on some sort of personal memories. It'll be a young team down there, of course, for the students, but this is the kind of thing maybe you won't appreciate it right now, but how much can this mean to them going on in their careers as well?
Yeah, definitely. Like winning things, winning trophies, getting those medals is amazing, and I know that from having won this equivalent cup back in my day with Cumbernauld is something I still remember really well and think about often when I reflect on my playing career, and these girls will be exactly the same. Being able to look back at those memories, friends for life as well down there, that you'll just be taking it all in, savouring every moment, and the celebrations tonight, I'm sure they'll be thinking about them for the rest of their lives too.
Of course, I'm sure they've impressed as well. Anyone watching on Boroughmuir Thistle more as well will be very impressed on the individual performances, and real sort of feels like such a great catalyst for them to go on to finish off the season and then look into next year as well.
Yeah, absolutely, and they'll be thinking, how can we kick on from here? What's the next thing for us? Like, remember this moment, savour it, but yeah, for these players who are going to be here next season, what next? What can I do personally and as a group? So yeah, but it's going to be really good scenes down there when they get their hands on that trophy.
Yeah, and celebrations to follow as well will be brilliant, and Cumbernauld are making their way over there to pick up their runners-up medals. So they've enjoyed a great run to get here and having a few messages down there.
Yeah, and I've been on the receiving end of cup final losses that, seeing the other team lift the trophy is really difficult, and it's so important for them to stick together, and getting to the final is an achievement. But yeah, watching the other team lift the trophy when there's all these what ifs and could-haves and should-haves, that they'll be thinking, oh man, if we could play that game again, everything could be different. But the thing about football is there's always another match, there's always another time to right a wrong and to play a good game. So they'll be thinking about the next match and how can we have a positive impact on that game, and how can we think about next season, and maybe we can get back to a cup final next year, and who knows for them. But yeah, it'll be hurting right now for those girls, but yeah, they'll be looking to the future as well.
And they'll go across to collect their medals.
Also, as well, board member Kira Kenny and the sponsorship manager for ScottishPower Regional League Cup.
And that will bring an end to our commentary here, as we'll see the trophy presentation followed up by some post-match interviews. Probably enjoyed bringing the action here. Kim, thank you for coming along.
Thanks for having me. It's been a really enjoyable match to watch, and some really great goals to take in as well.
Yeah, and of course we'll have another game to come up this afternoon, and we'll leave. Oh, you're right, and you're call the player of the match there as well. We'll leave the scenes here for the trophy presentation. Fantastic scenes down there, and big thank you to everyone that tuned in for today's match.
Yeah, have a great weekend, everyone.
Next up, we also have officials at the gates, and you're warm welcome to our referees and assistants today. That's Dan Robertson, Casey Ganovich, and Mark Andanasi. So we start, we have our up this afternoon, but please, ladies and gentlemen, give a warm round of applause match to reach the Regional League Cup final. It's Cumbernauld Colts. winners' time, and it's the winners' time. And picking up their winners' medals is the team from Edinburgh Thistle. For the ScottishPower Regional League Cup from the ScottishPower sponsored manager Edinburgh. And ladies and gentlemen, it's that time. The winner of the ScottishPower Regional League Cup are Indodrill.
Congratulations. Could you please sum up how you're feeling this time?
I think we feel just incredible. I think that we worked really hard for this moment, and it's just so nice that it paid off in such a great way.
How did it feel? You went in so energetic at the start. Was that a plan, or was that just the way you played?
I think that's just how we were feeling today. I think we really knew what the goal was and what we wanted to accomplish today, so everybody was on the same page. We were all just really excited. We were a little bit nervous, but just really, really excited, and I think we felt unstoppable.
Any highlights for you yourself?
Just like that first goal, it was amazing. Like it felt so good, like all of us coming together as a team and like playing energetically today, like being together. It was good. Yeah.
It's the same question, really. You started with so much energy today. How do you think that helped you get your first few goals and like settle down? Did that help for the second half?
Yeah. Like coming out second half, like we knew they were probably going to come out strong as well, so we wanted to keep the energy levels high. So yeah, it was good. It was such a team effort today.
Yeah. Any moments you want to point out, or any messages for anybody?
I think it just is a testament to our season and what a strong team we are on and off the pitch, that we were able to, we didn't know anything about Cumbernauld before we came here, and that we were just able to all step on the pitch. Every single person who came on, every single sub, we were all on the same page, and I think it's just a testament to our team and who we are as people and players.
Yeah.
And it's fantastic. It's got a group of supporters with you.
Yeah.
How much did that help?
A lot. It was amazing to have them.
Yeah, there are a lot of our teammates and stuff who just weren't able to play today, so it just really, really helped to boost everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Congratulations once again.
Thank you.
Thank you.